Hey fam, I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to record because where I'm sitting out here it's very cool and nice, but I'm right close to where the bees come flying from, and no, they do not allow anyone to sit here and have peace. But I just realized that the compound is very quiet. It's a public holiday, and I think people have gone out to visit, and I just couldn't resist. It just looked like such a nice time to record and just talk and catch up with you guys. It's been a hot minute. It's a very warm day. As I was telling you, it's a holiday, so people have gone out. Now, I was thinking about this topic that's been trending a lot on TikTok about glowing up, doing a glow up for Christmas or before Christmas and into the new year. And I thought it would be quite an interesting thing for us to discuss glowing up at our age in your 50s. I want to show you what I did on that hedge. So many of you know Les Brown. He's popular for his inspiration and motivational topics, and he said something very interesting about us never reaching our full potential because we're always afraid. We are fear we have fear of failure, fear of ourselves, fear of people. So even when you know what you want to do, you don't end up doing it, and as a result, you end up procrastinating, wasting a whole lot of time, and eventually not you come to the end of your life and you realize, okay, you did not really achieve any of your dreams, and now you're old and tired and worn out, and many of us in our 50s and graying areas find that we have a lot of this kind of thing going on. Possibly because we allowed opportunities to pass us by, we missed a lot of things that we could have done, and we didn't do them because of all these features. What will someone think if I start a channel at this age? What will someone think if I change jobs, if I quit, if I do this, if I do that, if I move to the forest, to a place where I'm not going to interact with anyone? And all that fear does is hold you back from your own journey, because everyone has their own journey, and you end up being a people pleaser, which in the end is the worst possible thing that you can do for yourself. One of the points that Les made, he pointed out that if you want to get the most out of your life, you have to make sure that you are relentless. Do not quit. He gave an example of a guy he asked who was doing sales, and he was struggling a little. He was making progress, but he wanted to do more. And so he was speaking with Les, and Les asked him, how many calls do you make in a day? And the guy told him 50. And he was like, okay, start making 100 calls. And that's something that Les himself was doing. And when you think about it, it sounds so insane. 50 calls, you're making 50 calls to make sales. 50 calls, you're making 50 calls to make sales. 50 calls. I told you this is a glow up series, right? So as we're glowing up, we are going to try and improve on our looks. Actually, I'm doing an ebook. I should tell you guys that I'm doing an ebook on glowing up, especially in your 50s, but it has pointers that are for people of all ages, women, of course. This one is for women. If I'm going to do something for guys, it's going to come later, but this is for women. And the point was, glowing up is like an all-round thing, but most of the time it emphasizes on the physical, on your appearance. But here, what I was talking today, what I wanted us to talk about today was glowing up mentally, because the mental aspect is hard. My left hand, I don't know how many of you guys know I'm left-handed, but the only thing I seem able to do well with my left hand is right. Anything else, all the other things like work and all of those type of things, I always use my right, and sometimes I'll exchange. Like if you've seen me, if you watch the farming channel, you'll notice that I farm with both hands. So one of the points that came up in glowing up when it comes to your appearance is your brows. You know, the brows frame the face. You can see that shoddy, very fast work I've done. I've not cleaned them out, I've not done anything, but just the drawing, simply drawing, adds something to my face. Not talking about the problem I've been having going on with my eyes that I talked about earlier. So, what Les was saying, if you really want to move forward, make a positive impact with your life, one of the things that you have to do is put in more effort, work more on you, work more on yourself. You already feel like, oh, I'm already doing quite a lot. Whatever it is that you think you're doing enough of, do more. You're still not doing enough, do more. I thought that was really crazy because you can be feeling so worn out, feeling like you've really done your best. And you see, like for me, one of the things that I think is making my digital products not go far is because I keep thinking 2 Instagram posts a day, I'm already bugging the hell out of people. But if I'm to follow Leslie's suggestions, you cannot afford to relax. And a few other people actually that I've listened to who are doing digital marketing, you have to push. You have to be really stubborn, because if you don't tell people, how will they know what you're doing? How will they know what you have, what product you've made, what you're what you're selling? Basically, you just have to go out there and tell them. And now, because social media is the marketing platform that we have, use it to the full. That's one of the things I like about Abby. Abby, her fashion house. I used to follow Abby before she started doing any any sales, before she opened a shop. And it was just Lifetime. It was their story about their family. And when Abby began that shop, people were on her case. They were dissing her like crazy, because half the video began now to become what she was showing should be advertising, showing her turbans, showing the African attire and everything. And her response was very interesting, because she told guys, listen, I'm sold out within a day or two of the products I import. And the reason for that is because she does not fear to advertise. So she was like, okay, from this and this minute, it's going to be the advertisement, or maybe in the beginning. So she just tells you, just skip forward. Just skip forward. Guys, really get pissed. People have said, I've stopped watching your products, your videos, because now all you do is sell, all you do is advertise. But for her, she does not care, because that advertising is what has made her, and she has quite a following. It's not the hugest, but it's a good enough to, when you convert that to sales, and it's because she doesn't fear. She's not afraid to market. So she gives me a lot of encouragement, because now that I'm starting to do digital products, I've realized that if I don't go aggressively, I am the one who loses. You put in all the effort to make the product, for crying out loud, at least it needs to be seen, so that if you're going to sell, guys can know that this thing is there. Let them decide that they're going to, whether they're going to buy it or not, when they know, at least when they've seen, right? Yeah.